Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into today's video. I thought I'd just share with you guys a little bit more about what you can expect from this month's video. There's really just mostly like 2 or 3 things I'm going to be doing differently this month to just kind of document the journey. So the first thing I talked about in my August video last year, and it's about OvuSense, and so I use this right now to track my basal body temperature. You guys can Google it and kind of learn how that happens and everything, but I'm going to be tracking my basal body temperature every day to try to figure out when the time of the month is that I'm going to be potentially ovulating, and hopefully that app will help me to figure that out so that my husband and I can plan out the best time during the month. And then I also got some Hmong medicine. It's in a plastic bag here. Some Hmong medicine from an aunt of mine. I've tried some Hmong medicine before. I mean, there's tons of different Hmong medicines out there, but I don't think I've ever tried this one. And so I'm gonna do this one tonight. I know it's kind of late already, but I'm gonna boil this medicine tonight and just kind of start off this month's journey with my first cup of, the medicine. Again, just my basal body temperature, the Hmong medicine, and then just changes to my diet. So those are really the 3 main things that are going to be changing, or that I'm really just going to be trying to capture a little bit more for our infertility update journey for the month of March. So I got my medicine here, so I'm just going to go and boil myself some of the medicine, and that'll be the first day for today. Alright, so I'm in the kitchen now, and I just took out the medicine, and I'll show you what it looks like. This is basically what it looks like in this bag here. And I took a few pieces out, and it's literally like pieces of wood. Looks like someone just like chopped off pieces of a tree and then, or some sort of root, and then just dried it, and then that's what the Hmong medicine is. But there's a sticker on it that kind of has some instructions, I guess, but it's written in Hmong Kla, and I speak Hmong Lang, so I will try my best to read it in Hmong Kla. Mo in jan chao hao tia hao tao sha sha tao cho nu. I think I'm saying some of the words in Hmong Lang because that's what I'm used to, but basically in Hmong Lang it says Mo in jan chao hao ha hao tao shu shu tao cho nu. That's like the extent of like my Hmong speaking skills, but my aunt said to just take some pieces and just boil it, or actually soak it in water for a little bit first and then boil it, and then once I boil it, it'll kind of turn into like a reddish brown color, and then that's what I'm supposed to drink. Alright, I got the medicine on the stove right now, but while I'm waiting for that, I thought I was just reading over the sticker again, and I realized that, like, man, I really sound super robotic when I'm reading in Hmong, and it's not easy to read and write in Hmong, but I will say that I attribute my ability to do so, which again is not that like well anyways, but I attribute being able to read and write in Hmong to my Sunday school teachers growing up in church, which were like my aunts and uncles. At church is actually where I learned how to read and write in Hmong, because the hymnals were in Hmong, and so we would sing in Hmong, and that's how I was able to learn how to read it. And then writing it was something that just came along as I kept on reading it. And also, again, our Sunday school teachers taught us actually like all the vowels and the accents and everything, which I am so grateful for, because if it wasn't for Sunday school in Hmong classes there, I would not have been able to read or write or even be able to speak as much Hmong as I can. And now that I'm getting older, like, I really want to become fluent in my language, and I'm embarrassed to say that I'm not, and it's even like difficult sometimes for me to be able to talk in Hmong to people. And I live in Minnesota. This is like one of the largest Hmong populations here in Minnesota, in the Twin Cities, and so it's a goal of mine to really be able to speak and to write and to read Hmong more fluently, because I don't want to lose that. I mean, it's a part of who I am as a Hmong person, and I don't want that to be lost after me. So I'm trying to make it a goal of mine to be able to read and write and speak more fluently in Hmong. So every chance I get to practice, even if it is on a little sticker on a Hmong medicine bag, I'm going to try to do it. Okay, here it is. And as you can see, it's kind of this like reddish brown color. So I think this is right, but this is what I'll be drinking every day then. It literally just tastes like pieces of wood in water that's been boiled and warmed up, which is basically what it is. It just tastes like water and wood. So I guess it's not a bad taste, but yeah, I can do this for the next month or so, or however long until the medicine runs out or until we get pregnant. So it maybe be a couple times a day I drink this, maybe just at least once, but the instructions say to just take some, boil it, and you can drink it when it's warm, however many times a day or however often that I want to. So I guess it doesn't hurt to try. Today is March, I don't remember. Today is March 10th. And I didn't get a chance this morning because I wanted to show you guys updates on the OvuSense app that I'm using to track my basal body temperature. So this is what the app looks like for March so far for me. As you can see from these green dots here, it's kind of just tracking where my temperature is. You know, when I'm tracking my temperature, sometimes it'll come out higher or lower than what is listed here, but I think the green is what the average is that they ended up taking over, like looking from the day before and the day of, to be able to track. I'm on day 22 already, you guys, of my cycle. In a normal cycle, usually between like days 11 through 22 are when like ovulation happens. Not for me, as you can see. So usually right here in this box, it'll tell you what your anticipated ovulation days are, but because I had days where my temperature was higher and then it went down lower, it wasn't normal. The app is trying to, and I mean, it's waiting to confirm this cycle of when I'm going to be ovulating. Before you ovulate, your basal body temperature does drop a little bit, and then it peaks and spikes up to like 90, like above 97.5 to like 98 even, and that's right after ovulation has happened. So if you look at this graph that I have here going, my body temperature dips a little bit right here, and then it's starting to go up. So maybe that means that I'm going to be ovulating soon. My basal body temperature is not normal. Like it's going up, it's going down. There may be just some, you know, some errors in the app in reading my basal body temperature, or in the sensor that I'm using. My normal cycles are between like 35 to like 45 days. So I guess I'm kind of in the middle of it right now. I don't know. Just going to continue to keep tracking. I'll show you guys in a few days what the app is saying that my basal body temperature looks like. Maybe it's going to change. I don't know. But regardless, I'll keep you guys updated. You can see the sun coming through the bathroom window there. Well, also I just wanted to say I got my cup of my Hmong medicine here that I'm drinking, and I forgot the past 2 days to drink it just because I've been coming home from work. I've been going to the office, and so I came home from work and I just forgot to make the medicine for me to drink. So I'm gonna have that right now and see if the medicine works as well. Hey everybody, it's Monday, March 14th, and this morning I took my basal body temperature, and you guys, I'm feeling pretty discouraged right now. We are on day 26 of my cycle, and it seems like my basal body temperature has not spiked yet. So here it is again, day 26. Today it recorded my basal body temperature as 96.68, and so these past few days, I mean 2 days ago, it dropped down to 96.45, and then yesterday it went up to 97.10, and then today it is at 96.68. So basically my temperature is not being consistent right now. It's not rising. It seems like it's dipping, but it's not going up. And so again, I don't know if that's issues with the sensor or if that really is how my, you know, basal body temperature is tracking right now. Regardless, it's just making it really hard to predict ovulation, which means that most likely for this month of March, I am probably not going to ovulate. Just going to continue to keep tracking, see if there is any updates in my basal body temperature. If it spikes, I'll let you guys know. I'll record it so that you guys can see, because hopefully that'll be the right time for us. But as of right now, still not happening. So Hi everybody, it's Saturday, March 19th, and I just got done tracking my sensor for my basal body temperature, and I wanted to show you guys what the app said today. According to the app here, it's saying that now I ovulated on Wednesday, March 16th, which I'm kind of like, what? Did we miss our opportunity here? Because let's see, Wednesday, March 16th, right here, my body temperature was at 96.91. The days before that, again, 96.67, 96.77, you know, it's kind of going, it dipped down here and then it started to go up. And if you remember me saying that typically your basal body temperature dips before ovulation and then it rises when you're ovulating. And so on the 16th here, my basal body temperature was at 96.91, and then it goes up a little higher to 96.99, and then yesterday it was at 97.21. And so because my temperature went up that high, I think the app is tracking that I ovulated on Wednesday the 16th. So basically the app is saying that I ovulated, and when I look at it, I'm like, did we miss our window? Because my body temperature wasn't recording like, you know, your normal basal body does when like a normal person ovulates. But because I have PCOS, my body temperature was a little bit lower. So I don't know if that means that I actually really did ovulate, or if the app is just saying that I did because my body temperature is lower than normal, but it was kind of rising up like how it normally is supposed to do during ovulation. So I don't know, guys. I may have missed, I mean, Sue and I, we may have missed our window if in fact that really was when I ovulated this month. In the past few months I've been ovulating around day 33, and then like last cycle I ovulated on day 25, and then day 30, and then day 40 on one cycle. So it's all over the place for me. So I don't know when that's why timing is so hard for us. You know, I never know when the right time is for us to try, because sometimes it'll be earlier in the cycle 1 month, and then the other times it'll be later in the cycle. So the timing game is just the hardest thing for us right now. The past few times when I did get pregnant and, you know, still had that miscarriage, I kind of felt it in my body when I was ovulating, because I was feeling a little bit more like targeted cramps in my pelvic area. And then it wasn't like, you know, normal cramping like when I'm on my period, but it was targeted pelvic cramps in certain areas around my pelvic area. And so I kind of had a feeling that maybe that was the egg trying to implant into my uterus. And I haven't felt that these past few days during this time when the app was saying that I ovulated. So I don't know if I actually really even did ovulate, or if I did and we just missed our window. We're not going to stop trying until we just really can't anymore. But it's not the end of the month yet. If anything changes between now and the end of the month, I'll be sure to record that and update you guys. But as of right now, I don't think it's gonna happen, you guys. Good morning, you guys. It is Wednesday, March 30th, and I'm on day 42 of my cycle. I haven't gotten my period yet, and I don't feel like I'm pregnant or anything. So I'm just gonna take a pregnancy test just to, you know, double check and make sure. I doubted that it's gonna say I'm pregnant, but you know, I haven't got my period yet, so I'm just really waiting right now for something to happen. So I'm just gonna take a test and see what it says. And the result is not pregnant, just as I thought. So yeah, the result is I'm not pregnant, which again is what I suspected anyways. Right now I'm just waiting for something to happen. Like I said, I haven't got my period. Obviously I'm not pregnant, so that just means that this cycle unfortunately is going to be a long cycle. I think one time last year my cycle was like over 50 days, like 50 to 55 days. So this is probably going to be something similar to that. But anyways, it's near the end of the month already, so this kind of just concludes my TTC update for the month of March. going to continue to move on into April. Hopefully something will happen. Hopefully I'll get my period or something. But unfortunately, we're not pregnant this month. Like I have been saying, we're just going to keep try to keep our heads up, continue to try to eat healthier, take the medicine, of course, the Hmong medicine, continue to track my basal body temperature after I do get my period, and I guess we'll just look forward to April's update, and maybe it'll be different than this month's. But thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you guys in next month's update. Bye.